I've been sitting all day. Got to get the blood pumping. We're talking about that missing link between the upper and lower extremity, the glutes. Dave Parisi, exercisebay.com, coming right at you. Stay tuned. We're going to talk about the most important muscle in the body. Hi, today's subject is glutes. That's the bottom line. Yeah, that wasn't too funny. So here's my dissertation for you today. When you talk about direct emphasis or regional emphasis, where a muscle works optimally, let's just take the bicep as an example. If you do a bicep curl, your palm is straight up. It's supinated. So there's default muscles as well, like the brachioradialis and the radialis. That would be a hammer curl. The bicep is in there. They're all helping to flex the elbow, but it's not direct. So when you talk about glutes, and you talk about glute ham raises, deadlifts, single leg step-ups, RDLs, some type of extension, squats, lunges, etc. Those are not direct exercises for the glute max and all the other stabilizing muscles that help to stabilize the hip and the knee, like the tensor fasciae lata and the glute minimus and the glute medius. I'm talking today about hip extension concentrically that puts 100% regional emphasis in the gluteal area. I'm going to show you that in a second, but I want to go through this little range of motion. Before you start this exercise, you have to stand on one leg. Trendelenburg is, or the Trendelenburg lurch is I kind of equate it to a model walking down a runway. It's that hip sway they have side to side. You like that, didn't you? So the bottom line is, if you're going to do this exercise, I need you first to try to stand on one leg and see if you could stand tall without falling out. I'm going to be a tucker for a minute. I know this went out in the 80s. We're going to tuck my shirt in just for 1 second so you can see the side of my hip. If I stand on one foot and you notice a deviation where I fall out, I need to come back up to that upright posture. I would not recommend this exercise. That's how we assess the human body to see if it has the ability to stabilize. I try the other leg, I could stand, I don't sway, I don't fall. Okay, so there's exercises you can do to strengthen that minimus, medius, and tensor fasciae lata that all insert near the ITB band, or the iliotibial tract, iliotibial band, however you want to say it, that are very important for stabilizing before you do the exercise. But let's get into the exercise. The bottom line, I'm going to hook myself up. Old school cable. You see these in gyms? I'm just going to put this here so you can see the range of motion. When you talk about shoulder extension, concentrically, shoulder extension, posteriorly, however you want to put it. The bottom line is, because your shoulder is a very stable joint, you can't go into a textbook and think about range of motion or degrees of movement. It's impossible. Anatomical barriers. My lats are overdeveloped. It's going to be an anatomical barrier. My age, flexibility, joint structure. There's so many different factors. So if somebody tells you that the shoulder joint goes to 50, 60 degrees, sorry, it's not true. Because mine goes to about 30, 35 degrees. 60 would be back here. If I go to 60, I have to overcompensate, internally rotate, and flex forward. Here's my point. In the gyms and fitness centers, this is what you see. Okay? They were filming for Discovery Channel 2 nights ago at my facility. Not here, a local one in town. The head trainer was doing this. The head trainer. It's comical. This is what we see. Someone else sees it, they mimic it. Monkey see, monkey do. Here's the way, concentrically, you contract the glutes. It's a very small range of motion. You hold on so you have contact points. Right leg contact. Left leg is in motion. Right, left hands could be here. For demonstration purposes, I'm just going to hold this for a second. And that's it. That's as far as I can go under load which is about 20 degrees, okay, roughly. So I'm going to remove the stick for a minute and show you the exercise. Okay, so that is basically hip extension in a sagittal plane, 100% glute max, as I stabilize with the right. Now, a lot of you out there doing this might say, well, I feel this in my stability leg. Well, that's normal. You're going to feel it in the TFL, tensor fasciae lata, glute minimus, and glute medius. That will strengthen over time by doing other exercises. Lateral shuffle, kinetic chain tube walk. There's a lot of exercises you can do to stabilize that. No bend in the knee, perfect posture, slow motion. If I go back and I start to flex forward, I blew it. The set is over. Stay with me. Come on down here, Vlad. Same exercise on the free motion machine. You hear me talk about the term fixator.
Yes.
I'm a fixator because I'm taking this external sense of stability here and I'm holding on. I want 3 contact points. So I'm here, perfect posture, elongate my spine. I start to, in that sagittal plane, extend the hip. Here, extend the hip. I could also walk into it, base of support. I don't want to be in a free range motion for this. I could be. That's a different goal. When I first started, I talked about maximum hypertrophy, the most optimal position you could be in for hip extension in a sagittal plane. Now, I got my first 20 degrees here. If I laterally rotate, I get another 15 degrees. Why? Because now I have the minimus and medius kick in. And then stabilizing that hip and knee is the tensor fasciae lata and all those other little muscles around the hip. This is a great exercise to really get that full cosmetic look, as well as enhancing strength and performance. That's what I recommend. But remember, do not perform this exercise if you cannot stand on one leg totally straight. If you fall, there's other exercises like hip hikers and the lateral tube walk that you need to do prior to a movement like this. We're going to show you more exercises that incorporate the entire body and strengthen the glutes other than being so direct. Right here, exercisebay.com. Thanks for watching.
What?